What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 106 of the Chumpcast. Brick is apparently a real person, and he actually showed up this week. We talk about the optimal length of a show or movie franchise, argue about Muppets, and review the ridiculous noir crime puppet crossover, the Happytime Murders. If you have questions or suggestions for a segment, topic, or review, we want to hear them. You can find us on all social media platforms at the Chumpcast. You can also call or text us at 847-920-6107. If you leave us good enough voicemail, you might hear yourself on a future episode. If you want to support the show, you can find our merch at thechumpcast.com. We always appreciate kind reviews, subscriptions, and ratings on Apple Podcasts. You can also shop on our Amazon affiliate link at thechumpcast.com/Amazon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my showing of Crazy Rich Asians.
Did you bring headphones or what?
Oh, I had a great joke. Smithers, you're the only one who wants to hear yourself talk anyway.
Ooh.
Double burn.
It's like you've been gone for a month and just saving all of these up.
I got them. I got a notes file here of all the burns that I wanted to say to you. Oh my God, Batman is real and he's here. Oh, wait, no, we lost him again. Did you miss him again, Mark? That's a movie quality mask.
It's movie quality.
All right, we're working on this live stream thing.
I think I'm in.
But if you have questions, send them to us on the Facebook feed.
Cool.
We'll do our best to answer them or address them on the show.
We should have Tim do it.
First of all, his name is Tom.
You're the worst. Oh my God.
I had the vowel.
We have that
off.
Oh,
come on.
That's all live.
Met you 20 minutes ago. That's a fair. TimTom. I actually already forgot again. Tim again? Tim.
Yeah, it's definitely
close enough.
Can you decide where you're going to sit?
I will be a statue, Ryan. I will be. I can't look.
I know
keep talking to the mic and then look into the mirror.
Since you've been here, but act like you've done 50, 60, 70 episodes.
Act like you've been in the studio before, man.
If you had to estimate how many episodes you've done, what do you think that number is?
What episode is this?
This is 106.
107.
Wow, that.
Because now I have to, the way my mic is set up, I have to look at the camera and talk to you guys.
That's so.
Well,
that's
I don't
so weird.
want you to actually talk to me.
Okay, this would make for a great podcast.
How about we all look at the camera and just talk?
Yeah, if I have to do it, I think everybody should do it. Tim,
I
lock
have to look
in.
at actual things here.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. Do we even have someone in the live stream right now?
I can't tell because last time people were actually sending us comments, and I didn't get them until after I closed out.
So is the same thing happening right now?
I can't tell. Either no one has commented or joined, or we're still not getting comments.
Word. People are going to think I'm a psycho in the chat because Tim's right here, aka Tom, aka TimTom, and it's going to be like I'm talking to literally nobody. But you got to come
perfect, because it represents you and all of your Instagram names.
Perfect. I am a psycho. Tom isn't even real.
You definitely have several personalities,
and they're all amazing.
I could probably open it. Oh, Mark just joined. I saw that. Send me a message, Mark.
So yeah, nobody was in there. That's just we could just confirmed it.
It's classic.
Usually it takes a little bit to ramp up.
Is that right?
I should have just stayed as Batman standing there. Oh,
can you type a message?
Batman
here? Good. Nobody's here. Nobody's commenting. Got it.
Cool. Let's go.
You ever been more popular in your life?
I guess we could actually start the episode.
Let's do it.
All right. Episode 106. Me, Smithers, Mark, and what was your name again?
Dude-ass.
Tim? Tom?
TimTom.
TimTom.
Call me TimTom.
TomTom?
I could you
Three Ninjas?
TomTom is from Three Ninjas. I don't know that reference though, but I also TomToms. I could use some Tums.
Well, you did go to Taco Bell.
Double chalupa out there. I didn't even realize that it was still the nacho fries.
What are you doing?
He wants to make sure that Moose's breathing is in the mic.
Is your pinky in Moose's butthole?
No, it's holding his leg.
Did anybody else ever see Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald?
No, but I love Norm Macdonald.
Oh, dude, it's a great movie. Anyways, he spends his whole time pranking this guy who's always got his pinky up his dog's butthole when he's carrying him just like that.
What the fuck?
It's a great movie. Norm Macdonald, Artie Lang. Is it Artie? I think it's Artie Lang. Yeah, before all the heroin. But yeah. Brick, welcome back.
Thanks, man.
It's only been a month. Stop staring into the camera.
You told me.
This is freaking out.
This is how the microphone works. If I don't look at the camera and talking to my microphone, I get yelled at by you.
The microphone moves.
Why would I move the microphone?
It seems like you've never done a podcast
I'd rather
in your entire life.
I'd rather look at the camera and our fans, all of our fans out there, all zero of the people that are in.
AKA Markowska.
Markowska.
Am I still in? I shouldn't.
Why would I look at Mark through next to me when I could look at him through a camera in like 30 minutes? AKA like 5 hours.
Huge lag. No big deal. All right. I got a question for you guys from one of our fans. Darian. What's up, Darian?
What's up, dude?
He actually posed a really good question I've never thought of before. But what is the perfect number of sequels or seasons for a TV show, movie series, whatever?
I don't think there is a perfect number.
Well, there's definitely too many.
You said TV shows?
Either one.
Again,
Doesn't matter.
that depends on the show. Seinfeld, 9, 10 seasons?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me.
Loved all of them.
You loved every single episode
every
of Seinfeld.
single season of Seinfeld. Yeah, it was there's worthy episodes in every single season.
Is there an episode of Seinfeld that you hate?
No,
Not a single one.
0.
You have to have a least favorite.
There's always good moments in every single episode.
Sequels to a movie, I would say 3. Seasons, I would say 6.
Okay. I'm going to argue with you on the 3 sequels. So does that mean 3 movies total, like a trilogy, or 3 sequels to the original? So 3 movies or 4 movies? I feel like I just broke your brain.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Because 3 Marvel Universe would be ultimate, best thing of all time.
But there are
a million
no more
movies.
than 3 sequels.
2 sequels
So
to
that's
the
the question
original.
you're asking.
3 total movies.
3 total movies.
So we don't
Yes.
want Iron Man 4, is what
I
you're
do.
saying. We do, but from your perspective,
What about Fast and Furious?
trash the whole way through, except for when Paul Walker was alive.
What is he?
He was alive for like 7 movies.
All right, for the first 3 then, he was the best.
You cannot put Fast and Furious into this category because it's Fast and Furious. Same
Because
thing
it
with
has its own scale.
same thing with Triple X movies. I can watch this shit all day.
Well, technically, there are only 3 XXX movies.
There
Soon to be 4.
there's going to be 18 of those.
I hope so, because I will watch all of them, and they will all have Ruby Rose, and Jason Statham will show up at some point.
They need to make a XXX Fast and Furious crossover, as in
That's
Vin
already
Diesel's-
happened.
what?
It's Jason Statham's in them.
As the character from XXX?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You need to have a crossover. Vin Diesel needs to be secret identity is XXX.
How does that make any sense?
They need to cross over.
How would you possibly take the most realistic world ever built in the Fast and Furious franchise and add in XXX? That makes 0 sense.
That makes the most sense of all time. Simply because Fast and Furious is ridiculous.
Oh, but XXX is totally normal.
XXX?
When
Well,
Vin Diesel
didn't
walks
they,
in
like,
and has sex with 10 women at one time
That happened.
How is that not realistic?
while wearing a sheepskin coat.
He could say, I am Groot, and every girl would bang his brains out.
And you know it's going to be when he does his 18 XXX movies. Each time he does the movie, he's going to try his hardest to keep in shape, but it's just not going to be happening. You can tell over the last 5 years, he kind of let himself go.
I'm going to go ahead and turn this ringer off on your phone because you're the worst.
When my phone went off, did you see his eye twitch? He was just like,
Yeah.
I forgot how stressful it was to be in a room where Brick is in front of a microphone.
and Moose just freaking
Moose
out.
is fine. I could deal with Moose all day.
That wasn't my phone that rang. That was Mark's. And he
Not this
came
time.
an hour late.
Yeah, but that's just Mark time.
And
Mark has been 2 hours late combined
Yeah.
today.
I'm consistent. And then you could have gotten your food while I was being an hour late.
Also,
This should
I'm
not
sorry-
be
I'm
this should not be a complaining podcast.
I'm sorry for this 100% throwback, but I watched a woman get her car briquettoed on my street again today.
I feel bad for that.
for
one.
longtime listeners, you'll know that Brick got his car door. What did we say? It was Tommy Boyd. Basically, you open the door further than it's supposed to open. The door goes all the way to the front fender.
180. Yeah, you go 180.
Full 180 degrees. Car door's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. My car broke again. I had to go back and get it fixed because it wouldn't close.
The car door wouldn't close?
Yeah,
Wow.
they did it for free, but it was still annoying.
You should stop opening your car door into traffic.
Yeah, I did it once.
You know, there's a big similarity, though.
You're chronic at it.
So I'm sitting on my couch, similar to what I was doing when this happened to your car, and I hear this big smash. And I look out the window, and once again, it's a small child who has opened his door into traffic.
That'll happen, man. It's a tight street.
It is, but also it was my neighbor's babysitter that was driving, and I felt terrible for her. But also, don't park in the middle.
You texted me, LOL, I just saw a car get briquettoed. Oh, la, 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 la. Like,
So the difference is, you were actually pulled over into a parking spot.
Sure.
She wasn't. She was pretty much in the middle of the street.
No, I'll tell you what the main difference was. After the accident
could you
happened,
please tell me about how you're going to tell me what the main difference was, and then tell me what the main difference was?
the main difference is you weren't hitting the backpack kid dance afterwards.
Did you tweet that out, please?
No.
Oh my God.
wait, what?
The kid opened the door. The accident happened. He got out of the car and he's standing there, and the lady driving the car was freaking out, and he just starts hitting the backpack kid dance. You know that dance?
And
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
has
yeah.
it on video.
I
That
have
has
it
to
on
go on
video.
Instagram.
Are you shitting me? That's amazing. I just fucked your car door, but sometimes gotta just hit it though.
He's like, oh, oops.
Wow.
Gotta practice.
Next level.
So nobody has thoughts on the right number of seasons for a TV show?
No, because Office
right.
was great until like the last two, and then I think Always Sunny is great for season?
They're going to 13. 13 starts in 2 weeks.
That's
so what's
an incredible series.
All right, how about this? Name a TV show that has gone on for too long.
The Office, unfortunately.
Yeah,
the last couple of seasons were just like
not that great.
I missed the real thing. I heard Dexter went on too long. Mad Men went on too long, in my opinion. I don't know. Did it catch back?
Comedies can go on for longer than dramas.
I agree. That was TimTom for real.
Not if the funniest character leaves the show and then you replace him.
Very true.
The Simpsons could be argued that it's been going on for too long. Though the most recent seasons are actually funnier than a lot of people give them credit for. I feel like there's so many. You know what? Tweet us or hit us on Facebook. Tell us about a show that went on for way too long. I would say Friends, because more than one episode of Friends is too much Friends.
Wow. Hate. Yeah,
I hate Friends. I never laughed at it. It's terrible. Oh, also The Big Bang Theory.
That was pretty deep. How long was that? 13? 12?
Still going on.
Ending at 12.
It's ending
Mark,
at 12.
Since you posted on our Instagram about this show ending, I want you to defend your love for this show.
I like the show. I have no problem with it. I think the whole cast has great chemistry. You have to give props to Jim Parsons for his acting, and you don't think he's great in the show?
He does what I do here, and you guys make fun of me for being stone-faced and monotone.
You don't talk about half the shit.
He's not monotone.
No, I know.
Who cares if he's monotone?
Dude, you're not like Jim Parsons. Just get over it.
I'm not. I'm not saying that I am.
He wants to be so bad.
Oh, God.
I just have respect for him, and I like a lot of the characters.
The show has never been funny. Anything that's still running today
with
and
a
has
laugh
a
track,
laugh track is terrible.
I know. That bothers you.
Yeah, a lot.
Have you ever watched the clips of Friends without a laugh track? How awkward it is.
Friends itself is awkward. Friends is not funny.
Friends has some funny moments for sure. I'm a avid Seinfeld guy. If there's a lot of you're either Friends or you're Seinfeld. Big Seinfeld guy. There's some good moments in Friends.
There's a right answer between Friends and Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that's where the big divide is.
Tweet us or send us a message on Instagram about what the right number of seasons for a TV show is. Or just send us examples of something that ran for too long. Drunk Erica is chiming in saying Grey's Anatomy, a show that she doesn't watch. All right, nobody can hear you. I care.
I got sucked into a Grey's Anatomy season randomly. Just like one season. I was like, damn, this is a good ass show. Like season 4, like the hype was real.
Maybe Meerkat Manor on Animal Planet. That went on for about 7 seasons. And after season 3, I wasn't really interested in it anymore.
What about...
I mean, how much meerkats can you really watch?
It was a lot of meerkats in a lot of time, but
here's where they're feeding.
I would argue any series of like American Idol, or I don't know if we should count reality shows.
Because then, what about then
it's not scripted.
Days of Our Lives comes into the.
Yeah, I can't.
That's like to that. There's like 40 seasons of those. I feel right.
Probably
some deep amount.
As the world turns.
You know what's a better question, in my opinion? We should do a
cool.
fucking
shit all over Darian.
Yeah, sorry, Darian. It was a great question, but this is a better question, and we need to do a draft of fantasy.
All right, I'm gonna turn your mic off.
No. We pick a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a defensive player, and a head coach from football movies because it's draft season.
An offensive.
All right, so I just killed his microphone because I'm sick of him talking about drafts. Mark, how many text messages do we get from Brick every week talking about drafts?
I draft Shane Falco number 1 as a quarterback. We're sick.
I can care less about drafts, mainly because I don't even do my own fantasy football draft. Shout out to the guys in my squad. They all know this. My best friend John, he drafts for me, and he's won 2 ships for me, by the way.
Wow, you're the worst fantasy football player ever. I'm never playing in a league with you.
I hate you as a person now.
I do edit my lineup. I have to take people out and stuff when they have buys, but overall, I pretty much never do my drafts.
I think it's about time to move into the listener submissions from the week.
Let's do it.
Let's hear them.
We asked you, the listener, to comment on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. What movie do you want to see remade with a cast entirely consisting of Muppets?
After seeing this movie in RL, 0. Next question.
I disagree. This movie was poorly handled, but the right mixture of a supremely dark and fucked up movie with a lot of gore and violence, where it's just replaced with stuffing, I could be in for that. This movie had a good presence and a good setup. It just wasn't good. It was poorly executed.
was going to do it later because I have some things to say
All right,
about
we'll
it.
get
but
there.
This movie was terrible overall. Do not go see
Yes.
this movie.
Please do
Spoilers,
yourself a
come on.
freaking
Podcast
favor.
Kyle A. Robinson, 51, says The Wolf of Wall Street. The image of Kermit high on Quaaludes tickles me greatly. Me too. I think that there are other drugged out Muppets that I would rather see. Cookie Monster, obviously, like cooking cookies on a spoon with a lighter.
Wait, so Miss Piggy would be like the Duchess?
Ugh. Who is she? The worst Muppet?
Yeah.
Name a worse Muppet than Miss Piggy?
Who's the eagle guy who looks like you?
Sam the Eagle.
Sam the Eagle.
At least he
You
like
do look like Sam the Eagle.
You just frown. It looks directly like Sam the Eagle.
you look like Sweetums, so we'll call it even.
Sweetums is dope.
Or the Swedish,
You don't even
the
know
Swedish
who
chef.
Sweetums is, do you?
No, he's I don't care.
Wow.
I was gonna say something and then I decided to decline because you were such a rude jerk.
Wow.
That's the listeners. They're gonna fall out on that one.
dude, what's your problem, man?
Some kind of junkie on Instagram says Pulp Fiction,
Some kind of
which is
junkie.
great.
It's a great name.
I very much would love to see Sam Jackson replaced with a Muppet quoting Bible verses.
And then you blow someone's head off and then the stuffing comes out of their heads.
Could have been handled better in this movie, but
We'll get to it later. We're going to listener submissions only.
and this is relevant to the movie. Come on.
Strict
it's not.
rules.
Okay.
Strict rules.
All right,
I'm a
goddamn.
rules guy.
I thought a better answer for this, Reservoir Dogs, specifically for the stuck in the middle with you, the ear scene,
And he's
takes out a
dancing.
razor
And he's
knife.
dancing.
and he's dancing around and he just slowly cuts his ear off. And I can just picture the stuffing coming out. It's-
Reservoir Dogs was a sick movie.
It
like
was.
that's like cringeworthy to like the max. Mr. Pink. Oh my god. Whew. I like just got hot flashes from just thinking about how psycho that movie is.
Let's think about the bondage scene from. It's
when
amazing.
Brew Willie breaks him out.
Yeah, and they have the little
The gimp.
The gimp.
The gimp scene.
Yes.
Amazing. Can you imagine Kermit in a gimp suit?
Yes, I can. I mean, no.
Oh yeah.
54th Narcissist, our guy Darian. Twilight the First. I think the hairstyles would be bomb as fuck and scenes ranging from the baseball to I Know What You Are. In Brick's words, it would be a banger.
Sick.
Have either of you seen the first Twilight movie?
Of course.
Really?
Edward Cullen in a Muppet form would be amazing.
That's just Edward Cullen.
Yeah, same thing with
But he sparkles a little bit in the sunlight.
same thing with the werewolf guy with Taylor. What's his first name?
I
forgot his name.
Shit.
Oh man,
Taylor
wasn't in the
Dawson.
first one,
Taylor
though.
no,
Taylor Durden.
He wasn't in the first one.
just
Tyler
not a
Durden.
fanboy anymore. I guess. Damn it.
The only reason I went to see this is because my sister basically dragged me. My sister was 2 years older than me. Did you
Don't
ever
get
see
into
this?
it. Yeah, no, don't get into it. I just want to give a shout out to your sister for the best gift I have ever seen in my entire life that I can't believe you just brought out now. It is a fucking Hodor doorstop. Best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And if you don't get it, then watch Game of Thrones. You're missing out.
If you
Then
don't
you'll
get it,
freaking
just
get it.
quit life.
I like
Ooh.
this one. Calicia Pop says Kill Bill.
That would be good.
Incredibly gory. This is going to be really hard. The contrast of that movie. So imagine Uma Thurman in her yellow suit. The contrast of that movie is brought from the red on her after she's just done murdering everybody and cutting off people's heads.
Okay.
That doesn't work with stuffing,
Yeah, it's
You can make stuffing red.
but it won't stick
Why wouldn't it stick?
because it's stuffing. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this to you.
Why you can't paint stuffing? You can't just put if you spilled Kool-Aid on stuffing,
Moving
it wouldn't
on.
be fucking red stuffing. TimTom. Come on.
Lunch Zero Box. Clockwork Orange. I like this one. Have either of you seen the original Clockwork Orange movie?
I've seen parts of it.
I have not. Should we should probably watch that because I like the concept of it. It's like some psycho shit. But anyway.
So
You
I
looked
read the
directly in the camera when you
Yeah,
said that.
some psycho shit.
I read the book, and there's two versions of the book. There's a super British version that's very cockney and over the top.
You
and then
know?
there's the one that's supposed to be translated to quote unquote English, and it's still ridiculously confusing. I think they call it ultraviolence, like every time they just beat the shit out of somebody, and they call it in and out whenever they rape somebody. It's very disturbing and dark,
Those make sense.
but I could definitely picture Muppets.
Me personally, I would love to just see some deformed Muppets, like The Hills Have Eyes, if that happened. A Muppet with 8 googly eyes just coming out of a cave, creepily. A horror movie or thriller movie overall would be great.
Fuck
Where I'm gonna
that.
stick to.
Saving Private Ryan. Obviously, the villain would be Nittler.
You can't change them. All right, obviously, yes, that's what happened in World War II. But if you're talking about changing the movie, you can't do that.
Yo, Drader. It doesn't matter. Nittler would be the ultimate Muppets villain of all time.
But you wouldn't.
Nobody gets that except for me.
No, everyone's going to get that. TimTom? Nittler? Hail Nittler?
It would be
Yes.
like Hitler, but he's
But knitting it, yes.
But he's
okay.
knitted as a fucking puppet.
I get it, but the thing
get it.
is, you
It's
wouldn't
still-
see Nittler because you don't see Hitler in Saving Private Ryan. That's my point.
Yeah, but you don't need... The whole point is the name. You don't need to see a Hitler version of the
Jesus.
puppets or the
This
Muppets.
is an amazing.
I don't even think they refer.
I
Did they say Hitler's name at all in Saving Private Ryan?
Okay, it doesn't have to be a direct play-by-play to Saving Private Ryan.
Well, here's
How hilarious would be storming the
All right,
beaches of
fine.
D-Day?
Inglorious Bastards.
there you go. Better movie to do it with.
Okay.
A lot better.
Who's the bear Jew? What Muppet is the bear Jew? Is it just the bear?
Oh, guys, would have to be.
The bear
They have a
Muppet.
really oy vey.
What was the bear Muppet's name? I'm gonna Google that.
Bear.
Keep talking.
Gonzo's got a big nose dick. I don't know anything about
Wow.
the muffins.
Did you just call them the Muffins?
I'm hungry, dude.
You just ate Taco Bell.
Doesn't change anything.
I don't want Fozzie Bear. I want the actual bear. God.
No, that is the
You know what?
Fozzie Bear.
No, but that's not the one that I'm thinking of. When they did the reboot of the TV show, there was an actual bear who was like a stagehand. You know what? Doesn't matter.
You're not thinking of the dog?
I'm not. That is Rolf.
Okay.
I know my Muppets.
Okay.
Muppets
Rolf was the guy
Muppets
that
are
played
kind
the
of
piano.
lame.
What?
Oh my god.
Muppets are kind of lame.
I am.
Is that a
appalled.
hard take?
Yes.
Their movies aren't that great. They got like 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
You've never seen Muppets Take New York? Oh my, you're the
Muppets
worst.
Take Manhattan.
Yeah, whatever, New York, same shit. I was like 4 when I watched
You
it.
never seen this movie that doesn't exist but then kind of exists?
You guys are the worst.
Yeah. You need to keep us going on deep breaths,
A
Ryan.
Muppet Christmas? You've never seen a Muppet Christmas? That was a real
Muppet
movie.
Christmas Carol.
Damn it. Oh, I'm so close.
I have
No,
seen
you
that one.
weren't.
That's the best Muppets movie.
Okay. The Art of Joe Porco on Instagram says Muppet History X. I started thinking about this,
That curb stomp would be hilarious.
but then I was like, none of the Muppets have teeth
So it'd be
except for Dr. Teeth. There's one Muppet that has teeth. Look at this motherfucker's teeth.
I love how you're on Muppet Wikipedia right now.
I had to look it up. I didn't know
Bro,
his name.
He knew that in his
I know, I just
psycho
love
brain
how
of
that
the
exists.
Muppets. He loves
Well,
the Muppets.
The band in the Muppets is Electric Mayhem, and they've got the long-haired woman Muppet. Animal is the drummer. He's the
Great
lead
drummer.
singer.
Dr. Teeth
His
is the
name
lead
is Dr.
singer.
Teeth because he's the only Muppet with teeth.
He'd be a perfect thing to curb stomp.
I
feel
guess.
bad
I
saying,
don't
but that'd be hilarious.
I like that answer.
That's a great answer.
Jab and Breezy on Instagram
Ooh.
gave my answer from last week, which is 7. And the reason for this is exclusively the end scene where Brad Pitt is screaming, "What's in the box?"
What's in the box?
And he opens the box and you see just a severed Muppet head with stuffing coming out of it.
Who would
And
be
it's-
Brad Pitt Muppet? Kermit?
Ooh. It's got to be.
Hey, what's in the box? How do you
I actually like that, where his arms are flailing up. Yeah, that's got to be it.
There was no Muppet. They felt. Okay, I won't get into it. I'm a rules guy. Never mind.
Did you say they felt?
Oh, you should leave, Ryan. You'd never come back.
This is my house.
Yeah, exactly. Did you just say felt? Snaps the finger at me. How you doing?
All right, we got more of these. I'm only going to give one more. Maxi Boy 90 says Avengers Muppet War. And Mark, you asked him who would be Thanos. I think the obvious answer here is Sweetums, but neither of you seem to know who Sweetums is, so I'm going to pull this up for you.
Okay.
Sweetums is the giant fucking Muppet. That's Sweetums.
Sweetums is dope.
Sweetums is he's actually got 2 teeth, only
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I
Sweetums
guess you could technically. Hey, Moose.
is
You could
sweet.
technically curb stop it.
Technically, I think it'd be kind of even the curb stomp. Something without teeth would just still be funny, just to see their stupid mouth go.
Got to be
"Oh."
Dr. Teeth.
It has to be God.
What
Yeah.
about
But yo, that guy is he the friggin' Muppets version of the Grouch, Oscar the Grouch? It looks like it.
No, he's like 7 feet tall.
Oh, he's big, gangly.
Yeah, he's huge.
Ooh.
That's why I think he has to be Thanos.
what about Beaker?
As Thanos?
Yo, honestly, so you'd be Sam the Eagle. He would be Beaker for sure. Would he not be Beaker? He's got the same hair. He got the same hairline.
Yeah,
That
if
poop.
Beaker had no hair.
I would say he's more of a Bunsen.
Nice.
Beaker had hair, Bunsen doesn't.
I just made the joke
Alright.
before you made it
Yeah.
about me. So
But you didn't
you're
say
roasted.
Bunsen.
No, and then Smithers is a purist. He's a Muppet purist, so he has to. The Beaker doesn't have the same hair as the Muppet guy. What the hell's his name?
Bunsen.
Dr. Teeth, whatever.
Bunsen's the one that talks. we do not yet have a question for next week because we forgot.
What movie
My
are we
draft
seeing
is
next?
way better. Best idea of all
Shut the
time.
fuck up about your draft. Nobody cares.
Pick your ultimate team. Pick your ultimate quarterback, running back, receiver, defensive player, coach
So our
for a football movie.
Our question for next week is going to be anything except for what Brick just said.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna post it. I got access.
Mark is now drinking a Truly because he is a woman. Let's get into our news for the
Don't
week.
identify him as
Yeah.
anything other than what he wants to be called as.
His pronouns
Zerg?
is
Try to
they.
bring me
Should
down.
we talk at all about Wizard World?
No.
No.
Oh,
Was it that bad?
It was fine.
No, it wasn't.
Given we were there at
Yo, they,
2 o'clock on a Friday when everyone's still at work.
Oh,
Probably
you mean when we
not
were
really.
supposed to leave at noon?
Well, my point is when we left at 5:30, people actually, it seemed like people were actually flooding in a little bit.
Yeah, I was not impressed. It's not the best. I
Avada
don't know
Kedavra.
that I will ever go back.
It's the vibes are not well, you've been to C2E2.
It's very dark.
okay.
Like there's just no lighting, which is very difficult if you're looking at stuff and trying to buy things. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
What are you buying at Wizard World? You got like
It's the
Comic
same
books,
shit, but they're-
T-shirts.
no magic brooms or anything?
no, you could buy any. It's the
Magic
same thing as
rooms.
C2E2, just
Fucking
a little bit smaller, and they have
Wizard
no
World.
panels.
It's not about wizards.
It should be about wizards and buying magic things, obviously.
We're gonna move on to the news. For
Why
the
else
week.
would you go to Wizard World without buying a magic broomstick?
I presume that both of you saw the new trailer for Chance the Rapper's campy horror film Slice,
Definitely saw it.
where he plays Dax Lycander, which is the most obvious thing in the world. So this movie is basically, it knows what it is, right? You hope
You lean into it.
it's got Chance the Rapper, it's got Zazie Beetz.
Zazie. I love Zazie Beetz.
She's amazing.
Domino.
By the way, during the Chumpcast Awards, she was my breakout pick of the year.
Whoa, whoa.
She was gonna be-
whoa.
She played
Why
Domino
you
in
looking at
Deadpool
the
2,
camera, dude?
and now she's in this movie. She's going to be huge. Just
She was
stay tuned.
Atlanta, dude. I love
Yeah,
Zazie.
she's amazing in that.
She was brilliant, and ever since I liked her in Atlanta. How you don't? But then I really liked her in Domino as
Yeah.
Domino,
In Deadpool.
and now I'm locked in as she's amazing. So I'm going to see this just because she's in it. I like Chance, but
Is he the
Zazie.
main character
Ooh.
in this?
He's one of the main characters.
He had, 4 seconds in the trailer right at the end?
He's producing this movie.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
I believe that he's the main character. Look, this is an A24 movie. A24 did Hereditary. They do a lot of low budget. It's kind of like Blumhouse,
Mhm.
where they do low budget shit with high upside. This has enough word of mouth where I'm definitely going to go see it, because also you've looked at the upcoming movie slate and it's barren.
it is a full desert out
Wha-
there.
Why are you definitely going to go see it?
Because
I'm not saying you
campy-
shouldn't. I'm just.
It's campy horror comedy. You've got like Paul Scheer is in it. Steve from Stranger Things is in it. This is going to be up and coming actors or little known actors who play niche roles, and Chance the Rapper in a campy horror comedy. What's not to love about
Chance the
this?
Rapper is the king of word of mouth too. He's the best.
I'm all about this movie.
I'm sold too.
Has he ever
Slice
been
me off
in
a
an
piece of
acting
that
role
slice.
like
No.
this?
But it doesn't have to be.
I know. I'm just wondering.
Quit being a hater.
I'm not. I'm
Mark,
just
stop being a
curious as to
freaking hater,
why
dude.
you seemed really excited about it. Me, frankly, I saw the trailer. I didn't think that much of it. And it's not like I see Chance the Rapper and I'm like, oh, when I see Donald Glover doing something, because Donald Glover is great in movies and with his show Atlanta.
All right, honest question. What's the difference between seeing a trailer for Happytime Murders and getting excited for something that's dumb and campy, and then seeing a trailer for Slice that's the same thing? Like, why are you excited for one and not the other?
I wasn't really excited for Happytime Murders, but I know what you mean.
You weren't excited. When you went to see Deadpool 2, you weren't excited to see Happytime Murders.
I just didn't think the concept, it didn't appeal to me, to be
Liar.
honest, in the trailer. It didn't.
All
Liar.
right, that's fine. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. We're still gonna
But
go see this.
we're going to go see it. I'm just curious. And it
All right.
sounds like
He's
you're
playing
excited
devil's
about
advocate.
you're excited
Ryan.
about the
Fair
actors
enough.
in this movie, which I understand. I just
Okay.
wanted to know.
All right,
It's a fucking movie podcast, God damn it.
moving on.
Friggin' gosh darn. Please.
Zendaya has reportedly been offered the role of Ariel in a live-action remake of The Little Mermaid because people like Mark keep going to see these fucking live-action remake movies. Defend yourself.
You're really coming at Mark hard. I'm just going to let you know. I haven't been in here in a while, but yo, Mark, defend yourself, you friggin' idiot.
I had to spend all day with him. What do you want from me?
I'm going to defend myself. I went and saw Beauty and the Beast, not thinking it was going to be great. And I had the same feelings thinking back to my childhood, these being animated, going to see this in live action, thinking, oh, this is probably going to suck or not live up to it. It didn't live up to it overall. I still didn't think it was a bad movie, so I will go see this and give it a try.
You're talking about Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Emma Watson.
With Emma Watson.
How you doing?
If you want the original story, just go watch the original movie.
We live in
I
2008.
guess I just don't understand it.
It's 2018, though.
You don't understand
So
the point of a remake?
Not really.
They vaulted it.
You don't like
Disney
any remakes?
vaulted The Mermaid. You can't get it on Blu-ray anymore.
I don't like shot-for-shot remakes.
Was it shot for shot? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I never saw it. But the story didn't change at all, right, Mark?
No. It had all the same sing-along songs, everything.
Yeah.
Would you want new sing-along songs
Yeah.
for a Disney movie?
If it's going to be, what's
No,
the
you
point
don't.
of going to see and making this movie if it's not something different?
It is. It's live action with humans
Who cares?
and CGI and they're
Same
it's
songs, same lines. What difference does it make?
nostalgia. That's what you want. You want,
Then go watch the original. That's what nostalgia is.
but they want to see it made with the new technology and people and things they can see in the now.
True.
I now understand why they're making these movies.
People like me and Mark and everybody else in the world are dumb and want to see shit now.
Yes.
If you came up to me and said, Mark, you have to rewatch The Little Mermaid. Do you want to go into your basement and grab your VHS, or do you want to go see this new live action movie they're coming out with in 2019? I would fucking go see the live action movie.
I would
just
not.
to be honest.
Yeah, and then would you want to go see a Disney movie and then not be able to sing along with the fucking songs? I don't think so.
the songs
Smith.
are the same.
You want to go sing along with the songs. That's why would you change the songs? If you're gonna make a new Disney
least
movie,
update it.
do
God
Elsa. They have new movies. They do the Elsa with the ice and the shit, and I don't know.
Or
They got songs.
or I could just not spend my money to go see it again.
Well, you don't have to go spend your money to go see it. You can just see it when it's on the TV. You know
All
this.
right. This is enough. We're moving on.
Under the sea, and you're just like, all right, sick. Under the sea, and you're just fucking jamming out for 1 second on FX. Do they play on FX? I don't even know.
I don't know. Let's move on.
FX has the movies.
God damn it. Death Note 2 has been added to Netflix's upcoming slate of movie releases. The very imperfect Nielsen's ratings say that the original was viewed 11 million times in the first 3 days. I don't know what we take into that, but that's a lot. I can't remember a single thing from the original movie. I remember the anime, and I know what the basis of this is, but boy, was that shit forgettable.
I remembered that Mark thought that the kid from Jumanji and Heredity was actually in Death Note, but it was
And it
his
was
brother.
That's the most memorable part.
Alex
of this.
Wolf's brothers in
And they
it.
both have moles in different places.
We identified
Mole-
the moles in different
Yeah.
places, and that's how we
That's
figured
exactly
it out.
what it was.
They're mole people.
But conversely, Glow has been renewed for season 3.
Heck yeah.
Darian, are you in?
He's here.
Is he here? He's number
TJ's
one.
here.
Oh my
I'm going to
god.
ask him where my Red Bull is.
Yo, TJ, get your company to sponsor us. Sponsored by Red Bull.
Powered by Red Bull.
TJ,
Come
you were
on,
supposed
get
to
it
send me an
together.
email.
Red Bull
Where's
gives you
that
wings.
email?
All right,
I'm waiting
moving
for it.
on. HBO has put in a full series order. That's good news. Based on the pilot of The Watchmen. So they saw the pilot and they're like, yeah, we want more of this. So give us a full season. So it is officially the network's first superhero show coming in 2019. No specific date yet. This has a really good cast and it's supposedly going to take place after the original comic book ends. Thoughts?
Super pumped.
It's
up
Damon
for this.
Lindelof, who's done Lost and The Leftovers. I'm really excited to see this.
Let's stay on topic. You have to watch Leftovers. And tell me what you think. That should be
How
your
is
next
that
show.
Are you caught up on it?
I finished it. It's over.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't. Andy from glitchup.com has been recommending it forever. And it's one of those things like it's buried in my list of
Yeah.
like favorites on.
Are you sure you finished it, or are there any episodes that are left over?
Okay. Moving on.
All right, I'll see myself out.
Yes.
TJ, nice draft. Josh Gordon and Des Bryant.
Shut
You're
up.
a psycho.
No one cares about your drafts.
You're a psychopath, dude. Oh, I'm real.
Danny Boyle is out as the James Bond director and nobody cares.
Boo, I care.
You don't even know who Danny Boyle is.
Casino Royale. He did all the Craig David, or not Craig David.
Craig David.
Craig David, good singer. I love this camera.
Who was Craig David?
Craig
He
David
was on The Real World, right?
Craig
Is that
David
how he
was on
got
the-
big?
No. Craig David was not on the friggin' Road Rules or
I
Real
said
World.
Real World.
Real World. He said Real World versus Road Rules.
He's a piano player / singer, right?
Great singer.
A
Craig David.
pianist.
7 days. What? Oh my God! You got to dub in 7 days.
No, absolutely.
Yes, Craig David.
We're not
Daniel Craig.
Whatever.
This is not a music podcast.
Craig David.
Apparently, Danny Boyle and Daniel Craig, and maybe Craig David. I don't know.
Throw him in the mix.
They all
here.
hate each other,
fucking Craig David, man. He's a
which is
psycho.
why Danny Boyle quit. or was fired. More importantly, Chris McQuarrie of Mission Impossible fame, the most recent Mission Impossible, is rumored to replace him. Also, we have rumors that Edgar Wright and David Mackenzie might be in the running. But more importantly, Danny Boyle's friend and collaborator John Hodge is the guy that wrote the script for this, and they're scrapping that and starting all over. So, new script, new director.
I thought it was Idris Elba was going to be James Bond.
That is a rumor that people really want, and I'm also on board with that because Idris Elba is fucking awesome.
He'd be cool guy. Who'd be cool guy Bond?
Who started that?
All you have to do is be British.
True.
So, some random guy just started that, isn't that what happened?
Probably. I think it's like people like Idris for Bond.
And it just circulated.
Yeah, like there's no validity to those rumors at all.
Okay. I just want to know who is doing the intro and outro song.
Can we pick a new Bond? Can we just like Idris Elba's up there? Who would you want to be the new Bond?
Be the new intro song? Probably like
Shawn Mendes.
I
want to see where James Bond goes.
Who's the redhead guy that everybody hates?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
No.
Wow. We said that in unison. He was in Game of Thrones. He's a known actor.
Ooh, I got a good one.
TimTom is not happy about that.
You need someone a little more like sexual and with a higher, a wider range voice. I think Charlie Puth would be good for the new James Bond.
Who the fuck is that?
And I'll see you again.
All right.
That guy.
No, we need
last piece of news.
Saddest song in history.
I want to pick a new Bond.
It's Idris Elba. That is the option.
You said it was a full-on rumor.
It is, because Daniel Craig's still under contract for one more movie.
Okay, so who would be the new Bond?
Hold on. You got to
Idris Elba.
Speak to him so he knows what he's talking about. David Craig. What do we call him?
Craig David.
Craig David.
And his name is not even, it's Daniel Craig.
You cannot refer to him like that.
It's Craig David.
Craig David.
I would vote Craig David for the new Bond.
Stop looking at the camera. You're freaking me out.
Craig David? Yeah.
Do you have confirmation of this, or are you just assuming?
He's been coming out with bangers ever since he was alive, so yeah.
Doubt it. Anyways.
Put on 7 days, and you'll know.
No. Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has been put on hold. So principal photography was supposed to start in January, but crew members have been let go and they've been told that they can go find other work on different jobs. That is not great. And all of this is because James Gunn tweeted some stupid shit in 2009 and Disney refuses to rehire him.
And all those articles are still being reposted by Screen Rant and Comic Book Source and all those fucking sites. It's getting really annoying.
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about this.
The James Gunn stuff needs to stop. We get it. He's not.
They're not going to hire him back. Just let it go.
Honestly, we need a little bit of gun control on the media. You know what I'm saying? You
can't
mute me. You can't mute me.
Put your phone down. It's down. No, it's not. It's in your hand.
Down.
Darian says he should be James Bond. I agree. I've never heard your British accent, but
you said Ilba was the only option. Stretch is
looking at a video of Baker Mayfield. Sorry.
Best.
We the best!
Have fun editing this piece of shit podcast.
She's the worst person in the world. Huge skank, terrible, but thank you.
TimTom's enjoying it. He loves when Smithers is pissed off. Who doesn't?
He's been pissing me off for 20
Hell yeah.
years.
That's why I like TimTom.
Brick, do you have a best man alive?
Besides TimTom, hell yeah. Mine's actually Justin Roiland. He is one of the creators of Rick and Morty. He went into a random store and started signing all of the packages of the Rick and Morty Funko Packs until he was stopped and finally came back, took a picture of like a bunch of the Funko Pops that he did. Awesome thing to do. I think that's literally the coolest thing ever. So cheers to Justin Roiland. He's the man. That's hilarious.
His name, right?
Justin Roiland. Cheers to Justin Roiland because he's the man. That was awesome. I know, but I want you to edit it out and then you can edit
I probably
that
won't.
Yeah. All right, sick. Good editor.
I have a worst asshole company alive. Does that count?
Yeah.
Verizon.
Nice.
Verizon.
I'm a T-Mobile guy, apparently.
Ars Technica
Service
is
sucks.
reporting that Verizon throttled back the Santa Clara County Fire Department's supposedly unlimited data plan while they were fighting the huge wildfires that have been burning over 1 million acres of the state.
Acres?
Acres, yes.
You said
1 million acres.
You said anchors.
Yeah, I'm a little drunk, okay? Deal with it.
What is the nautical puns over here? It's not even in the water.
I don't think that's a pun.
It wasn't a pun, but he just said nautical.
Verizon is scaling back the data of firefighters who are trying to fight record wildfires.
Yeah, no, that's a nightmare of a situation.
That's a dick move. And the whole thing was, like, they have unlimited plans, but Verizon said, yeah, it doesn't matter. We can still throttle back your data feed once you hit a certain limit. And unless you pay us more money, we're just going to keep doing it.
So it's literally fake news unlimited data to
Well,
the
it's still unlimited. It's just they slow it down.
Yeah, which is basically, oh, wow. Hit him with a technicality. Oh,
It
yeah.
is. That's exactly
We
what it
need
is.
backup. This thing is flaming out. We're
And
losing you.
The fire chief said Verizon ultimately did lift the throttling, but it was only after the county fire subscribed to a new, much more expensive plan.
Good.
This is peak late stage capitalism. Huge dick move. Like, come on. Throw him a fucking bone here.
He moves.
It's the classic sales strategy. Sell me this pencil. And then all of a sudden, oh, you want to write something? And then you just, hey.
Then you sell him a pencil with lead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just worst thing of all time. Wow.
That's like the water company just like, no, you're using too much water.
We're shutting you off.
Fucking
The ocean's right next to us. We're not letting this one go through.
All right, Mark, you got a best man alive?
Bob Wiley, offensive line coach for the Cleveland Browns. I think you recommended Hard Knocks last week, right?
I did.
So if you guys are watching this, definitely do. Football's back, baby. But
Claimed by both of you guys, football's back. You don't even want to do any drafts at all. And football was on today. You didn't even watch
The draft was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, true.
Fantasy football draft.
Back to my point.
Out of here.
Just go see the clip on Barstool Sports or something. He's basically calling hike or calling out a drill and just has a huge belly. And as he's doing it, his belly is perfectly in sync with him just yelling the count. Just go watch it. It's hilarious.
Weird. Kudos to the Hard Knocks editors because they did a great job just zooming in on his belly.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that guy's
It was
my
fantastic.
dad.
It was
It's
fantastic.
a classic like old guy that used to be strong, definitely, but now is just fat as shit.
He just decided to eat donuts every day of his life.
Gomes and drinks a 12-pack of beer. Just fucking, ugh, gross, man.
He's the man.
His rant also, storming the beaches at Normandy and the soldiers not stretching beforehand is an all-time meatball rant.
No, that's amazing. That's so brilliant. They're not stretching their hands before storming the beaches of Normandy to get
Jesus,
Nittler.
like, what are you talking about? Such an idiot. I have one other text message from a number that I do not recognize, and I don't want to read it out, but I'm assuming that you have this.
Even better.
The worst person has to go to Brick because he's abandoned his post and his right to the Rick and Morty themed Chumpcast logo. And the best person also goes to Brick because the show has never been better.
Wait. So
he's saying that since you left, the show's never been better.
Okay. Give me that number. I'm about to be pissed. Just kidding. Thank you for your support, and we were big fans.
I mean, it's a valid point that maybe we should explore.
If we were TimTom, get in here. I need to go to the bathroom, and then I need to get that number.
At the same time, really?
Me and Mark are lined up, Stars aligned. We got peeps.
I do
Gotta
not.
think of peeps.
Doing this live makes it so much more difficult for me to just scream at you.
Yeah. Keeps you tame.
Not really.
Tamer than you would be.
I'm still pretty angry.
I know, but you show no emotion, so no one can tell anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, what are you up to now? What happened?
I have another best man alive. Have either of you been following the plight of Paul Flart, mall cop?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, the guy farted, and Tim,
Right.
please.
Well, you don't have headphones on, but
Yeah, I saw a little story about it.
I'm just going to play a little clip of why he got fired. So
Okay.
I think the best part is his facial expressions.
Which is great radio. How do you... that face was... Oh, it was a wet one.
The jump cuts get me. Anyways, I could play all 146 of this, 106 seconds. I'm not going to.
Not
Do
long
yourself
enough.
a favor. Google Paul Flart. This guy was a bored security guard at a hospital, and he got fired because his friends put together a supercut of him taking videos of himself farting on the job, which I find absolutely hilarious.
What else are you going to do? You're literally farting around as a friggin' mall cop.
There's nothing funnier than farts. Like, what is funnier than that?
Hospitals already smell like shit as well.
Thanks, Dr. Boy. TimTom is Dr. Boy. He's an anesthesiologist.
Ooh, got any extra?
Also a proctologist. Did you ever open that joint proctology and dental clinic? And you were going to call it what?
Ass to mouth.
I think you were going to call it oral and anal.
Yeah, Mark's suggestion was ass teeth, which was not quite as creative.
I think ass to mouth is better than ass teeth. But what is it? Oral to anus? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
too.
good with that.
Human
Oral or anus is what it should be. I'm a psycho.
Okay.
Some guy is deadlifting outside, by the way.
What?
Some guy is screaming at the top of his lungs, just elongated screams. I want to get back to this. I think I missed it. Paul Flart.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him getting fired?
Unjust.
It's very unjust. He didn't show any of the company badges or the hospital badges.
I agree. That was
bullshit.
my point.
First of all, he's going to get richer off of farting into a camera than I will ever be in my entire life.
He ain't gonna get dick from that fart.
You don't think so?
Compilation.
He's already selling merch.
There's already 35 different Twitter accounts.
Is he selling
Claiming they're
merch,
Paul
or
Flart.
is someone who's capitalizing on his farts selling merch?
If he's got any business acumen at all, which obviously he farts into a camera, he has business acumen.
Lock it in. How do you think Wall Street works?
Once he has his Paul Flart IPO, I'm in.
He's going to make a cameo in the new Paul Blart movie. Paul
100%.
Blart 4? That's why it's the worst. It's because it's the fourth movie in the series.
Is that where it went wrong?
I think so.
Okay.
If you ask me.
I don't want to talk about this movie.
We're already on the movie.
We are. Already. We've been going for over an hour.
Let's wrap it up. Jesus Christ.
This is going to be quick. Don't see the movie. Bam.
Pretty much. All right. So the movie we saw this week was the Happytime Murders. 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, 43% from fans, which I think is probably generous.
43% from fans? Wow.
Yeah, 23% is probably too harsh, but this is not a movie for critics.
Or
Fair.
people. Or
This is a
puppets.
movie for 15-year-olds,
Agree.
which is fine. But it's directed by Brian Henson, who is the son of legendary genius Jim Henson,
That's where it went wrong.
who was the father of the massive disappointment, Brian Henson. This movie has a $40 million budget, on pace for a $15 million domestic opening weekend.
Too
Not
much.
great. It'll be fine. The saving grace for this is that it's opening up against complete shit. There's nothing else good in theaters right now.
Literally nothing.
You've got a Mark Wahlberg movie that has been out for a week that nobody gives a shit about.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Heard that was pretty good.
I might go see that.
I actually did hear that was really good.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
are we
probably go
going to... That's our next movie?
Should we just see
Considering
Crazy Rich
what our
Asians?
options are,
Disenchantment.
Crazy Rich Asians might not be a terrible idea.
We'll do Disenchantment the following weekend. The following week. Because there's literally nothing in the
Literally
next weekend.
nothing. If you have suggestions for movies or TV shows that we can review, please send them our way.
Pretty please.
This movie stars Melissa McCarthy, I guess, and Stanley from The Office. Ah, God. All right. Elizabeth Banks is in it. Joel McHale and Jin Yang is in it for like 2 seconds.
That was great.
That's
I got
cool.
really excited.
I know. I was like looking at you over my shoulder. I'm like, fucking Jin Yang, yeah. And then he's gone.
He just
He was
knew...
a cop, too. He would have been great.
He
throughout the
knew
whole
right
movie as
away
a
that
cop.
he's just like, this movie is trash.
So just a little note. There are 125 different puppets in this film.
Cool note.
40 of them were specifically created just for this. To accommodate the puppeteers, all of them were built so that the puppeteers could stand on the floor. So basically they built walkways so the actors could walk between, and the actors, the puppeteers are like upright. Kind of cool.
That's where they
If
went
there was-
wrong in this movie.
If there's one good thing I can say about this, the puppeteering is very good.
No, that's where I 100% think they went wrong with it.
What?
Dumb. If you're going to embrace the world of puppets, make it stupid and puppety like Team American World Police.
I'll give you a really
Those
good-
are marionettes. That's a totally different.
They're fucking puppets, dude.
All you have to do
Those
is,
are marionettes.
all you have to
I'm a
do-
puppeteer.
all you have to do is do more shots showing their legs. My opinion. Some of the
No,
funniest
that was the worst part.
some of the funniest moments was the lead chief investigator when he's stomping the guy with his stupid ass gangly legs.
Yes.
When he's
It's the
stepping
best
on
part.
the guy's dick.
It's the
That's
best
actually
part.
kinda funny. But the zoom out part where they're at the porn shop, not good.
Dude, the legs and the funny movements is what you get with the puppets. That's what makes the comedy. Not like, oh, let's make these puppets look as real as possible.
Sorry.
Yo, lame.
You said there are how many puppets in this movie? Different puppets? 300?
125.
125 and 40 were specially made for this movie?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you mean by that?
So they got-
they just grab puppets.
So they
from
got a
other-
bunch of from the dumpster and
Random
then they
puppets.
threw them in here
So,
because they're all
for-
crackhead puppets.
For instance, there's like a crab puppet that probably has been used in something else.
Live action Mary. Oh my God, Little Mermaid. Live action Little Mermaid. Cut that into the better
Sebastian.
thing.
Little Sebastian.
I was just confused. What I thought you said, I guess is true. They use puppets from other TV shows or other uses.
Yeah.
I would just think they
Like
would just
if you have
create all their-
background puppets, you don't have to create them from scratch. It doesn't matter. Why are we talking?
I would have a strict vision for my movie and be like, the puppet needs to look like that. Puppet needs to look like that.
That's because
All
you're
right.
a psychopath. But also at the same time, that just makes it seem like they're lazy. Let me get these dumpster puppets, and then we'll put them in the back. Yo,
All right.
nope.
Their budget was
Briefly.
probably $200,000.
It was $40 million. Briefly.
$40 million, and you can't make your own fucking puppets. They're made of.
They
knit.
made a look. I'm not. I'm done defending.
You're
this movie.
defending.
I hated it too.
You're a known Muppets guy. Sam
is
the
a-
friggin' eagle.
noir type spoof film where puppets and humans kind of coexist, but also puppets are second class citizens. Phil Phillips is our main character. and
Worst
he's
name for a puppet. Worst name for a puppet. Give me some give me Nittler. Give me something better than Phil Phillips.
That's the whole point. Is it's dumb alliteration. It's just a dumb puppet name.
Didn't Phil Phillips win American Idol one year?
Yeah, he was really good at singing.
That was Philip Phillips.
Just know you're not alone. He played at Eastern Illinois too.
Eastern Illinois.
Did he really?
Yeah.
The year after Drake, and everyone lost their mind. They're like, we got Phil Phillips this year? That's bullshit. We had Drake last year.
Yeah, everyone did lose. We had Drake. It was sick.
That's Philip Phillips. What?
Phil Phillips was the first ever puppet cop for some reason, and he was booted off the force after his partner, played by Melissa McCarthy, accused him of intentionally missing a shot to kill the puppet that had a gun to her head. He's
What a bitch. By the way.
disgraced. She is kind of a bitch in this. Puppets are banned for being cops.
She was the one who brought it up that he
Blah,
thought
blah,
that
blah.
she thought that he missed on purpose. She brought it up.
Yeah, nobody else was there.
Wow.
Who else would have brought it
Who would
up?
have done that? That's the worst. Well, makes it
Anyways,
even worse. -1.
Phil Phillips' brother is a former TV star, gets murdered, and they're forced to pair up. Blah. It was pointed out to me that the plot of this movie is the exact same plot of the movie Bright, and it makes so much sense. Think about it. You've got two different species trying to coexist. One of them is accused of not getting the person or same species member that is threatening their partner. It's exactly the plot of Bright.
Wow.
Except you don't have a boss-ass soundtrack with Logic, Kendrick Lamar, Migos.
Will Smith.
They didn't have any soundtrack, did they, in this movie?
I Want Candy played at the end.
They had
Yeah, it was
call Me Maybe.
Do you even need to have rights to that song anymore? Can I just pull it off a line and put it in the background of this whole fucking live episode?
That's a great question. I want to ask, who was sitting next to you when you went to see this movie?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I was sitting in the handicap seat.
I went alone, so
I sat next to probably a 20-year-old girl who went to see this movie with her mother.
That's awkward.
It's a poor decision.
I can
Very
specifically think
poor.
of one scene that was probably super awkward.
The one that everybody saw in the Red Band trailer where he's jizzing celery string all over the place. Yeah. How would you watch that trailer and think, I should go see this movie with my mom?
we
You just-
love Melissa McCarthy. This is gonna be hilarious.
Were you just
She
sitting
was-
next to him, like, laughing at that part?
She was surprisingly less off-putting in this movie than she normally is.
No, she was fine.
She never once like did the whole fall over like, oh, well, you know what? I take that back. She did once do the whole like, oh, I got hurt because I'm fat thing. It was when she was trying to kick the door down.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Stupid, doesn't matter.
Didn't remember it. Stupid.
Did you ever laugh out loud?
I did twice actually, and it was me remembering how funny Team America World Police actually was. I was like, oh, Team America
So
World
not
Police
actually at
did
this
it
movie.
so well. Yeah, I hated this movie 100% pure as day.
Mark.
The part when they're in the car when they just left the beach and he's in the cooler trying to get out and he's just freaking out because he can't get out. That was the only part. And it wasn't even that funny, but
Yeah, I didn't laugh.
That wasn't funny at all.
it was just something different because every part in this movie that was supposed to make you laugh was some dirty joke, and they were overused and they fell short.
See,
they
that's the
flopped.
problem is the writers of this thought that a dirty joke was just puppets saying fuck. That's not a dirty joke.
It's just bad writing. Honestly.
They made the whole rice pilaf joke several times, and I just didn't care at all.
Didn't get it at all. Super lame.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, the one thing that I will give them was one of the characters gets like their head bashed in and then thrown into the lake. They're like, oh, yep, this is your classic bash and splash. I was like, all right.
You
There's like
laughed at
I don't
that.
think there's a cop term for that. That's the dumbest thing of all time. This is your classic bash and splash. They bash the skull and throw him into the lake.
Jesus, that is stupid.
But also, like, there was so many dumb things. Like Melissa McCarthy, when she was talking to Bubbles in her apartment, she was just pouring maple syrup into a cup. Did you guys notice that?
You didn't get that?
No, why?
She has the puppet liver. They're addicted to sugar.
Oh,
It
stupid.
metabolizes like a drug for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go rewatch the movie,
Wow,
please.
you were on
Please never again.
Let's
Oh my
play.
God. I was
100%
not paying
on
attention to
Instagram
this
the
fucking
entire
movie.
time.
Let's talk about Melissa McCarthy in this movie.
Okay.
Suck.
She's nothing.
But
The most compelling part of this entire movie is her relationship with Phil Phillips. And that is not a compliment.
do they reveal how she gets into the car and the car explodes and somehow she lives? Like what happened
That's
there?
not Melissa McCarthy. That's Elizabeth Banks.
Why don't you go back and watch the movie, all right?
Really?
Yes.
It's a different person?
Melissa McCarthy is the big fat cop. lady.
No, sorry. I'm talking
Elizabeth
about her.
Banks.
Sorry. I was thinking about, yes.
And no, they don't reveal that at
Okay.
all.
That's a
Which-
plot hole.
Which leads me to my next point. It feels like the last 15 minutes of that movie is just, hey, we ran out of money. We got to wrap this up.
100%. And the reason that they didn't do, that makes a lot of sense because she was handcuffed to the ambulance, right? And so she decided to all of a sudden break the steering wheel to get out. The real thing she should have done
Which
was,
you could never do.
yeah, 100% could never do. You should have been driving the ambulance and kill all four people, run all four people over, and then grab them from the wing in the car.
I don't even feel bad that we're talking about the end of this movie because it was so dumb.
Wait.
I wanted to end 40 minutes beforehand. I was like,
And it was only 90 minutes long, which is way short for a movie nowadays.
I got there and I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch one preview like I do. And then 30 minutes into the movie, I was like, oh, hopefully this is just like almost over now. And then I just realized there was 30 minutes into it. And that's when I texted you being like, how long is this movie? You're like 90. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving.
Did you leave?
I was 90% wanted to.
Did you stay for the credit portion?
No, I was out
Wow.
immediately. I was like, not having it.
I never thought I would get to say this again, but thank God for Movie Pass.
Yes. I never thought I would say it, but yes.
I thought you canceled.
I can't, but I still have it to the end of the month, so I still used it, which was thank the Lord.
I would be so much angrier had I actually paid to go see this movie.
Same.
All right, Brick, if you had to rate this, what would you give it?
0. Next question.
Mark, if you had to rate this, what would you say?
I'll give it a 3. I honestly like the Meg better.
TimTom?
Not
I
gonna
did
lie.
not. I did not like the
TimTom,
Meg
give
better
it a
than this.
0.
I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
Because it
Fair.
made me, at times, sharply exhale. Like, all right. That's honestly the best thing I can say about that.
That might be the most accurate.
Like, this
TimTom?
is...
That's worth a 4?
That is worth a 4. Are you serious?
I went to see The Meg 2 weeks ago. So compared to that, yes. You are totally underestimating how bad The Meg was.
Dude, I don't know. This movie was literally, I felt so bored the whole time that
I just have some respect for the special effects. in
like
Meg.
the Meg was fine because I feel like I was impressed with the trailer alone with just like,
But you didn't
Look-
even see The Meg.
yeah, but look, yeah, but
you can't speak.
I was
I'm going to
mo-
rate this movie
You
based
can't.
on the trailer.
I was
It
more-
better than the movie
no,
that I
that's
saw.
what I was more impressed with the trailer itself than this entire movie because I was bored as shit.
That's ridiculous because we all saw the trailer for this and said, "Oh, that looks funny,"
Yeah, you could say the same thing.
Yeah,
for
but then
watching the trailer of
I
this
was
movie.
bored.
which is exactly what you would have been had you gone to see The Meg.
How many scenes did they show the shark in the Meg?
Not nearly enough. I'd say it's 15% of the movie.
Just go watch it.
That's a shame.
Don't watch it. It's worse than this movie.
No, this movie I gave a 0. I gave a fucking 0% on it.
Mark,
0.
Was there any level of jackness in this movie?
Yes, there was. We have a Muscle Beach scene.
The one Muppet?
The one Muppet
The one Muppet.
is overhead pressing about 315 pounds, and it's pretty awesome. And that, thank you for reminding me about that. That might have been my favorite part in the whole fucking movie.
Did it quell your undying thirst for blood and gore?
No,
Is it because you don't value the lives of puppets?
no, I don't. The fluffing, stuffing, fluff stuff, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. It needs to be a little more gory.
I think it would have been funnier if when you shot a puppet, it was just like blood and brains everywhere.
It would just blow up.
Yeah, it would have been better if it was blood and brains.
Right?
The stuffing was dumb.
It needs
It's
to
a
have
rated
that-
R movie. You might as well go for it,
it needs
right?
to have
I
the
agree.
Matt Parker, Trey Stone stuff where it's like everything
Yeah.
is over
That
exaggerated.
would have been way better.
Yeah, like the puke scene in Team American World Police where he's just puking for actually 30 minutes was amazing.
But they did pull that. They did do something like that when they had the scene with the investigator in the room in his office.
The sex scene.
They tried.
They tried.
They
They didn't. They didn't do it long enough, and the whole thing was in the
They
preview.
didn't succeed.
Don't
Yeah, that's the
don't
problem.
don't put that in the previews.
But also, that scene in the preview is what got us to go see it.
That's true.
So
But that,
you kind of
yeah,
have to.
You kind of have to. But Team American World Police did that scene so friggin' well.
That movie is infinitely better than this one.
Infinitely. You're right. Infinitely.
You're right.
I know. These are pretty friggin' strong, man.
Yeah, anyways, missed opportunity of a movie. You had a great premise. You could have made it better. The plot sucked. The writing sucked.
Muppets are overrated. So
Jokes
is
Melissa McCarthy
overused.
sucks.
Maybe if you're 13, 14 years old and you're just starting to see R-rated movies, yeah.
I think this
have a couple laughs,
this is a
but-
movie for 16-year-olds who can't even technically, legally get in to see this.
And I have enough confidence to think they wouldn't even fully enjoy this movie. That's just me.
Let's just get into the recommendations, please, for TimTom's sake.
All right, Brick, go ahead. What's
Nobody
your
thinks that
recommendation?
actual
for the week?
person is sitting there, by the way.
TimTom's real. He said like 5 things.
There he is.
He turned his mic on.
TimTom, my man. Oh yeah.
He turned his mic on a couple times.
Yeah, TimTom's real.
Once or twice.
TimTom, leave your mic on.
Sure.
Do you have anything that you've been consuming, movies, television, anything
Comics.
that you can recommend
Scholarly articles.
outside of your 2 children?
No, I literally have a 3-year-old and a 2.5-year-old.
Dr.
Or, no, it's
Seuss.
a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old.
All right, what
I don't know anything about anything.
What
right
doc-
You don't even know how old your kids are.
now. No.
All right, what Dr. Seuss books are you reading them?
Those,
Friggin'
book-
doctor.
those books are terrible.
Okay, what content do you feed your children?
Llama.
Llama llama?
Yeah.
What the
Don't-
fuck is that?
Don't worry about it.
No
you'll-
Doc McStuffins?
You'll know when you have kids.
Llama llama. I probably won't. They'll probably be. The show will end by the time I get kids.
Whose kids are you going to steal, Brick?
To be determined.
What's your recommendation for the week?
Magic for Humans. I had it on earlier. Smithers doesn't believe in magic, even though he was just at Wizard World, which is full of magic, apparently, or else the place is trash. But I saw him even laughing because it was actually funny. It was good. Magic is real. Magic is awesome, but this guy just tricks people. It's awesome.
He
That's
tricks the
Netflix.
viewers.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a show on Netflix. What is it, 8 episodes?
I don't even
How
know.
long?
I've seen 3 episodes, and every single one I was laughing out loud like, this guy's got it. This guy knows.
Great recommendation, Brick. My recommendation
It is.
Disenchantment, 10 episodes
Knew that
on
was coming.
Netflix. We talked about this plenty. I'm not going to belabor it.
You
Look
talked about it
for-
again?
You haven't been on the show in a month.
I listened, but you didn't talk about because it hasn't come out since it
It's
came out
been my
Friday.
recommendation for like 3 weeks.
You can't recommend something you haven't seen, and it came out.
I have seen
it
it.
came out last week, so this could be a recommendation this week only. Last 2 weeks were fake recommendations. Then, you know,
We have no rules. Look out for an upcoming video on
We
the
have no
similarities
rules.
between this and The Simpsons and Futurama.
ooh, I like
we call
that.
that a tease. Mark, what's your recommendation for the week?
Netflix last month released The Dark Knight, Batman Begins. I didn't see The Dark Knight Rises on there. I'm pretty sure it's there, though. Come on, Christopher Nolan, go watch him. I'm going to be rewatching him for my 842nd time.
Did you say Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
Oh, the whole trilogy's up there.
Yeah.
It's Dark Knight.
I said The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises.
Is Dark Knight Rises on there now?
I think so.
I didn't check. I totally don't know.
I would
Ooh,
assume if
maybe
they're going to put
adopt
those two,
darkness.
they would have put those on.
I was
I'm pretty sure I saw it on there.
born in it.
But Netflix has those movies. Get
But
to my
also,
point.
sweet recommendation for a 10-year-old movie.
Or you didn't know they were on
or
Netflix.
rewatch-
You didn't know it was on
Yeah.
Netflix.
I know Dark Knight is.
You
Yeah,
look pretty
you didn't know.
intrigued about it. You're like, wait, is Dark Knight Rises on there?
I have them all on Blu-ray, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, now you can watch them on Netflix.
What would you rather do?
put
Plug
your
in
Blu-ray in?
Finally start it off, blow off the dust, and then put The Dark Knight Rises in there, or just go to Netflix and watch it?
I got to be honest. You can listen to me bitch about this for a second. Do either of you have Fire Stick?
Yeah.
I do.
Does your Netflix suck on that?
Everything sucks. Every app on it sucks.
Thank you. It'll go to 25% and stop loading. And as soon as you back out and reload it, it just goes to 100% automatically. What is this?
It's witchcraft, not wizardry. Witchcraft.
Netflix's stock is at $320 a share.
Woo!
Tripled in the last year and a half.
Dang, girl.
You tell me you can't fix your fucking Fire TV app?
It happens with a lot of different apps, like my
I think it's
Samsung
more-
Smart TV Netflix app. At times, for a month at a time, it will do that shit where it will stop at 33% and then not load anything. And then a month later, finally, I don't know if it's an update. Every time it says it's updated fully, but I think they have to finally realize and go through those. It's probably a Netflix issue.
Whatever,
It's
it's
not your
horseshit.
Fire Stick issue.
My recommendation is don't get a Fire Stick.
It's definitely a Netflix issue.
Well, you
not
can
a Fire
jailbreak
Stick
it and get
issue.
free movies, though, right?
I mean, you just do that from a computer.
But
Anyways.
what's the opportunity cost there? I feel like
Everybody has a computer.
not really.
Not really.
Laptops, those don't stream that well.
You think that's not a computer?
I feel like
Wait,
it's,
this is important to me. You think a laptop is not a computer?
No, it's a computer, but it's not a PC.
All right, that was
What?
episode 106, guys. I appreciate
Hang on.
everyone listening.
Do you know what PC stands for?
Politically correct. Get your shit straight. Let's go.
God, end this fucking episode.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, jumps out, motherfucker.
TimTom, yeah.